Welcome. Welcome to Pan M360, which is a panoramic media platform on everything related to music, all sorts of music. And my name is Sandra Gasana, so I'm a collaborator for Pan M360. And today I am honored to be with the one and only Queen Omega, who's here blessing us, who's going to bless us on Saturday with a beautiful concert that we can't wait to see. Yes. And you may have heard about her, I'm sure, for the reggae fans who've been listening to reggae for a long time. I think they know you. But for those who are not reggae fans, I'm sure they have heard the hit that went viral on the web, the No Love dub plate in collaboration with Little Lion Sound.
Boom, bang.
Oh my God, this was the best viral song that we heard, in the past few years. And I'm sure even today you still hear, people commenting about that. Yeah.
Still, yes, for real. They're still commenting.
This is amazing. But before we start, how did you come up with the lyrics of the song No Love? Even before the
when I look at the current affairs and the situation and what's going on worldwide, I just had to write, this is how I feel. I feel like, that spirit of love is lacking amongst us, And I say, you know what, I'm going to sing about it because as an artist, I believe, and as a musical messenger, how I see myself, I really believe that it's my duty to really put that out there so that people could understand and relate as well,
That's amazing. That's amazing. I think this is also, the dub plate was a good thing, but I think people also liked the lyrics, the words that came out, it connected with people at this particular time.
I think everyone feels the same way because I remember when I was young and my parents used to tell me, long time had more love, long time had more love. So just hearing my parents say more love, I understand that, okay, like love is getting less. Something's going on. And now that I'm grown, I like, okay, good. This is like, we really like, there is almost no love amongst us. What's going on? And I just felt compelled to sing about it.
Good, good. And we received it very well. And you did many, many collaboration in the past few years with Manu Digital. We know many of the videos that you shared with him, with Generation, the two guys. They were in Montreal actually 2 years ago, I think. And I did an interview with them and we talked about you and many, many more collaboration that you're doing. Now you're coming to Montreal with L'Entourloupe. So tell us about this new collaboration. I've never heard about them before hearing, that they were coming to you with you. How did this collaboration come about?
You know what? When you're growing and you're just, your borders are being enlarged. I've been traveling to Europe for the past like 10 decades and more. And, recently for the couple years, I had the opportunity to work with L'Entourloupe. So we've been working together for some years now. I really respect their work. I really understand. And I love that they're pushing the culture in France, So it's always good to collaborate. And as I said before, my fan base is kind of like growing and very, very big in France. So the collaboration was magical and was very much needed for my fans them in France and throughout Europe. So it's a good feature and it's a good collaboration. We have many collaborations. So it's a team effort, We're like really working together to help build and bridge the gaps,
That's good. And how do you evaluate who you're going to work with? Do you see if there's the energy is good? How do you choose your collaboration? Because I think many people want to collaborate with you now.
Many people. I think it's to help with management and team as well, because as you said before, a lot of people like really reaching out, so it's kind of like overwhelming. And I let the universe like just manifest it, because sometimes you can't force things. If you try to force things, sometimes, it end up being messy. So what I do, I like really just be patient and I'll be humble and I wait. I really wait to see what the universe have to offer, what the divine have to offer. So I just go with the flow more or less.
Excellent, excellent. And did you get some backlash from other reggae artists, for example, thinking, oh, why is she singing with non-black artists, for example? Why is she collaborating with so many white artists? Did you get this kind of backlash or not really?
Maybe secretly behind backs they said something, but no one really had the confidence to really come out and say, Queen, I don't like it, because they have to understand having the name Queen Omega means the mother of creation. So this is my duty. I have to collaborate. It doesn't matter the color of the skin or the religion or this is what reggae is about. It's about unifying us, and we need to like even see beyond this, because skin color is just surface. We go deep, we go deeper than that. And once you have the vibration and you push in love and you have passion for music, then there's the opportunity to work with the queen.
Absolutely, absolutely. And your last album, Freedom Legacy, was also one of my favorite albums. I loved many songs
Thank
in the
you.
album, really touching. One of the songs I loved was Wise Queens,
Yes.
where you
Yes.
highlight other women, other artists in the reggae field. Jalifa Kushaiti?
Kushite. Yes.
Kushite, exactly, among many. What do you think is what's your vision or what's your impression of the place of women in the reggae industry nowadays in
Come on, man. You
2024?
could see now. You could see now. It's time for us to blossom. It's time for us to bring back that balance and to bring back that softness, that feminine energy that was long, long missing, even in the reggae industry. It was really male dominated. And I know the reason why the divine is really, allow me to go on the forefront and the forefront and spread the flag is just to make the way for the other empresses that is coming. Having the name Queen Omega is such a heavy title. And as I said before, it's a title, which means mother of creation. When you study that title, I'm a mother, spiritually, musically, I'm a mother. And they're my daughters, my sisters, they're coming. So just be prepared for the army of the strong women. I think from where we were as women, there was a time when we weren't allowed to vote and all these things where women were put on the feet. It's a different time now. It's a different time now. So now that we're placed as part of the Godhead where we're really supposed to be, and we understand that we are queens and we understand our purpose, so we are coming forth full-fledged. Yeah, with no apologies, with no doubts.
No.
You understand? Because some of the greatest warriors of the world will empresses were women. So
of course. And when I see, artists like Lila Ike, who's
yes,
also blossoming right now, and many
yes,
others, they look up to you and they say, okay, if she did it, we can do it. You're
of
inspiring this new
course.
generation.
I think that's what we do, and especially knowing that we are leaders and role models. That's why I always, encourage artists to just do positive music, because we're in a time where we need it. The earth need healing. So there's so much negativity out there. We need people now to really put that positive vibration back to balance the thing. So yeah, that is what we do. This is what we do as artists. And of course, what we do is gonna transcend onto others. So I feel good to know that, there are other women watching and saying, well, if Queen Omega could do it, I could do it. Of course you can, and even do greater than me.
Exactly. Before we didn't have all those role models, we didn't have that
Exactly.
before, but now we
Yeah.
do, and it's yeah.
When I was growing up, there wasn't much. There was like Sister Carol, there was like Sister Nancy, there was like Marcia Griffiths, Rita Marley, Julia Moore. There weren't much women in the reggae, you know?
No.
So
Who
I
was that
always knew
artist who used to sing "It's a Pity"? I forgot her name.
it's a pity. Tanya
Mm.
Stevens,
Tanya Stevens was big also at
and
some
Tanya
point.
Stevens, this is when I was a teenager. I talking about even from before.
Mm.
Like when I was very, very young, there weren't much, even in my father's time, there weren't much women in the industry. So now, big up to the women who, get the strength to come out, because there is a space for each of us, and our voice must be heard.
Yes. So one challenge also that some women artists are facing is balancing motherhood, when they become mothers, and their
Yes,
artistic life. And I
yes,
heard in an interview that you're a mother too.
yes,
How do you
I
balance? How
am.
did you balance that, the two?
Wow. The passion, I think it's the passion. I love being an artist and I love being a mother. So I think it's the passion that I have for the both that just kept me along and kept me growing. There were times where it was difficult, you know, for me to choose. Like I had to go on tour and I just had a baby, and it's like, okay, should I leave this little precious
I know.
and go on tour? So I always saw the opportunity like leaving my family, but going to meet my musical family. That was how I always looked at it.
Yes.
So it was never like a loss or something. It was like an exchange of energy. You know, when I leave my biological family, I go to meet my musical family. So it's a building. Although I miss them, I'm still being built on a different level. And this is how I used to look at it. And that is what kept me going and keep me surviving. When I leave my musical family, I'm gonna miss them, but now I'm going back home to my biological family, where I'm getting all the love and support and the grounding that I need. So
wow.
I think this is what really kept me surviving, the way that I look at things, the way that I looked at it and the perception, you know, how I perceived it.
That's amazing. And as the kids are growing, you can also bring them on tour with you, huh?
Definitely.
So
Listen,
that
I'm
they
looking
see.
forward for these opportunities because they're a few of them already are teenagers, and you know, we're just looking forward where I reach to that level where I can really finance, because having them on the road is a cost, you know.
I know.
It's an expense, and people sometimes they don't understand that. Listen, it's a lot that you put out, you know, it's a lot that you put out, not just your energy, but finances, even to have a band on the road, have a team on the road. All expenses are being covered by the artists. So that's why, you know, we can't stop working, and we always have to continue keeping ourselves grounded so that we can continue to create. Because sometimes you don't feel like creating, you know?
No,
It's the
other
same
things
like if you
happen.
don't feel like going to work. It's the same.
Exactly.
I don't feel like going to work today, but you have to.
You have
You
to.
have
You
to.
have bills to pay. You have, you know, yeah.
Right. It's almost the same. It's almost the same, but it's different for an artist because there are times when you don't feel like creating and you can't force creativity.
Oh,
So what I try to do, I really try to keep myself around good people and around good environment. I think that enhances the creativity and never let it go run low. So I'm
yes.
always in the mood to create. You understand?
That's
I make this mood. I try to stay in the mood to create, because once that mood is gone, the creativity is gone.
Yes, and I heard that sometimes on tour you already also you know, use that time to record things when you're in Europe. You know,
Of
it's
course,
not only
I'm
tour; it can be
always
tour and production. And
working. I'm always working. On this tour, on my Europe tour, I really didn't have much off days. What happened on the days that I was off, I would go to the studio, I would do something, I would try to create, because I'm at a stage in my career where I'm needed. I'm needed.
yes,
What I'm doing and what I've done so far has been such a good contribution to the earth. The people have felt it and loved it. So now I'm needed. So I need to make myself present. So I'm just trying to be relevant. I'm trying to just stay consistent, continue putting good music out there and keeping my energy up as well, so that I can continue to perform and to share this love that I have, you know.
exactly. Oh, we are so ready to receive it on Saturday. What can we expect? What can Montreal public audience can expect from the show on Saturday to get ready?
I mean, if you come there feeling tired, you will be re-energized. You know, if you come feeling like you're confused, you will be refocused. This is the type of music that I do. It's really highly positive, you know, highly charged, really, and it's gonna electrify you. You're gonna leave feeling electrified and fulfilled, because this is the desire. This is what I want. This is what I want when I touch the stage. This is what I have to deliver. You know, I'm a musical teacher and I'm a musical healer. So of course, when you come, you are going to be touched and you're going to be healed.
We are ready. We are ready. It's going to be Saturday, July 13th.
All I know, I'm prepared. I'm here in Canada, in Quebec tonight, and I'm going to be rolling Quebec, Toronto, Montreal. I'm here, Canadian, and myself. So look out for Queen Omega.
We are ready. I have a big friend of mine who lives in Ethiopia because I grew up in Ethiopia. Her name is Meheret, and she told me to say hi to you. She said, she sent me a message earlier. She's like, tell her I love her. I love her. So you have love coming from Ethiopia to you.
Of course, I love Ethiopia. I love Ethiopia.
Have you done a
in
show
Trinidad, we have the Ethiopian Orthodox Church, and we have a big Ethiopian community. They speak Amharic, the whole thing, you know. So I'm very much, you know, connected with my Ethiopian brothers and sisters. Love you.
Good. Meheret, if you're listening to us, this is for you. Thank you so much, Queen Omega. I'll see you on Saturday. I will try my best to come and say hi before I leave the show, just to say
Nice.
hi and take all the blessings from you.
Yes,
And
yes.
welcome to Canada. We're happy to have you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Blessings. See you soon.